Hello everyone! Has your car ever refused to start and forced you to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars at a repair shop? Many problems can cause this, such as ignition key issues, starter failure, or a clogged fuel pump or injector. However, sometimes the cause is simply a weak battery. Today, a professional-style battery restoration method, similar to the process used in many garages, will be shared. Watch the full video to see the process. Begin with a voltage test. Take a multimeter and touch the two probes together first to confirm the meter is working correctly. The display reacts immediately, which shows the meter is ready. Switch the dial to DC voltage mode and touch the probes to the battery terminals. The reading shows almost no voltage, which explains why the engine could not start. Before opening the battery, wipe the outside with a cloth to remove dirt and oil. A clean surface makes the next steps safer and easier to handle. Use a screwdriver and a small hammer to carefully pry the battery cover loose. The lid slowly lifts and reveals the inside chambers. The liquid level is extremely low, and the remaining electrolyte looks dark and contaminated. Old electrolyte must be removed before the battery can be restored. Always wear gloves when working with battery acid, because even a small splash can irritate the skin. Pour the remaining liquid carefully into a plastic tray and observe the sediment inside the battery. Small particles and deposits have built up over time. These contaminants interfere with the chemical reaction inside the battery. Once the old electrolyte is removed, pour distilled water into the battery cells. Which country are you in while watching this DIY project? Let us know below. Gently shake the battery to allow the water to circulate through the chambers. This step loosens dirt and residue from the internal plates. After shaking, pour the dirty water out into the tray and observe the cloudy color of the liquid that leaves the battery. Now prepare a cleaning solution using distilled water and baking soda. Add a small amount of baking soda into a cup of distilled water and stir until it dissolves completely. Baking soda helps neutralize acidic residue and break down stubborn deposits inside the battery. Pour this solution slowly into the battery cells. Pour it slowly, and do not fill the cells completely. Leave a little space inside so the battery can be shaken later without spilling liquid outside. This space helps keep the process controlled and clean. And allow it to sit for about 30 minutes. During this time, the solution works through the chambers and reacts with the remaining acidic residue. Small bubbles may appear as the chemical reaction takes place. After waiting, shake the battery again, so the solution reaches every corner of the internal structure. Then pour the mixture out into the tray. The liquid now carries away even more contaminants from inside the battery. To finish the cleaning stage, fill the battery again with fresh distilled water. This cleaning step is important. It removes any remaining baking soda mixture left inside the battery cells. Gently swirl the battery and pour the water out. The water carries the loosened sediment out of the battery cells, flushing away the dirt and residue, so the internal chambers become much cleaner for the next step. Repeat this rinse once more so the internal chambers become as clean as possible. Removing residue is important because leftover deposits can reduce battery performance later. One important note during battery cleaning: Always use distilled water when rinsing the battery cells. Distilled water contains no minerals or impurities, which helps protect the internal plates. Ordinary mineral water should never be used because the dissolved minerals can damage the battery chemistry and reduce its performance over time. With the battery interior now clean, the next step is restoring the electrolyte. Prepare sulfuric acid solution with a concentration of about 33%. Carefully pour the electrolyte into each cell until the proper level is reached. With careful cleaning and the correct electrolyte, the battery can often regain useful life. This approach saves money, reduces waste, and keeps equipment operating longer without immediate replacement. This liquid allows the chemical reaction between the plates to function again. Wipe the top edges of the battery so any spilled liquid is removed. A clean surface prevents corrosion and keeps the sealing process neat. Now apply silicone sealant around the edges of the battery openings. The silicone forms a flexible gasket that helps keep the cover secure and prevents leaks later. Place the battery lid back into position and press it down gently. Wrap tape around the top of the battery to hold the lid firmly while the seal sets. Sediment builds slowly inside the cells. Electrolyte levels drop over time, and corrosion forms on terminals. Each small problem adds resistance until the battery finally stops working. Before charging the battery, the terminals should be cleaned. Spray a small amount of WD-40 onto the terminals, and use sandpaper to polish the metal surfaces. Oxidation and corrosion often build up on battery posts, and these layers increase resistance during charging and starting. Continue sanding until both terminals appear bright and clean. Wipe away any dust with a paper towel so the charging clamps can make solid contact. Now connect the battery charger and begin charging the battery. Repairs like this demonstrate how many automotive components fail gradually rather than suddenly. Leave the charger connected for about 3 hours so the internal chemical reaction can rebuild a stable charge inside the cells. During this time, the electrolyte and plates slowly recover their ability to store energy. After charging, disconnect the charger and take the multimeter again for another voltage test. The restoration process brought the internal chemistry back to life and allowed the battery to function again. Place the probes on the terminals and observe the reading. The display now shows a healthy voltage level, which means the battery has successfully regained electrical capacity. To confirm the result, connect a small test light bulb across the terminals. The bulb glows brightly, which indicates the battery can deliver current under load. This simple test provides a quick visual confirmation that the battery is functioning again. There is one more small component to check: the battery inspection window, often called the eye indicator. Remove it gently with pliers and clean the small lens so it becomes clear again. Dirt sometimes blocks the indicator and makes it difficult to read the battery condition. Once cleaned, place the indicator back into its opening. If this repair method helped you understand how a battery can be restored, try the process carefully with an old battery in your own workshop. Share your results in the comments and tell others what worked for you. And if you enjoy practical repair experiments like this, subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next workshop project that turns simple tools and materials into real solutions.